Yo, what is up, guys? And today I made my first team of Reg I. Actually, I made it like 2 days ago, but whatever. But I tested out this team a little bit, and I'm just gonna be talking about the format while I use this team. So it's nothing like crazy. It's just like a good stuff teams, like just overall good, strong Pokemon that can like work together well. And it doesn't have like a necessary like big idea except just win. But yeah, so the new format is officially out, and some Pokemon I think we're gonna see a lot more of is Zamazenta. I feel like Zamazenta has been like slightly put on fraud watch recently, like after this Reg I format, cause well, I don't know, it's not being used nearly as much, but as with the wide guard at support for restricted is honestly like amazing. That's just like. And it's also just a strong Pokemon in general. It's one of the strongest restricteds in my opinion. So I think it's honestly going to do amazing. And I think Zacian's also going to show up more because it's really strong and you can justify using it now with 2 team slots. So I feel like most restricteds aren't really going to get worse, but like most of them are going to improve on their already greatness. And, okay, wait. Actually, gotta look at this a little bit before I just keep on yapping. But I think Zacian, yeah, what I was saying, like Zacians can just justify being used. Like I feel like more legendaries can justify their usage now. You can use a lot of like this is gonna sound like obvious, but since you can use so much more Pokemon have become good. Some more restricteds. So it's going to be really diverse, and I'm kind of glad we're no longer in Reg G, Reg G, because I'm a firm Reg G disliker, which I don't know if that's a hot take, but I feel like this will provide less linear team structure can use, because you can work around 2 legendaries now. And that just means more Pokemon are good. Like, we're going to see more Groudons, probably Kyogres, well, literally everything. And it's just going to be really cool to see. I think Zomb's going to be such a really good, like, neutral restricted, because it doesn't fit into, like, a specific team archetype, and you can just fit so many roles on so many different teams. And, yeah. I bet a lot of the same Pokemon are still going to be good. I don't think there's going to be huge meta shifts, per se. Because, again, every single Pokemon's practically good. But, okay, what I meant to say was not every single Pokemon's good, but, like, almost all the restricted, I feel like most of the restricted can honestly, like, be justified, and all the same Pokemon that were good last format are most likely going to be good this format. But I feel like the teams are going to be, like, less diverse. Instead of seeing, like, a majority of one guy, you're going to see more like splattered performances. I don't know what the word is, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about, maybe. Blizzard? Bro, why the heck does it have Blizzard? Was I missing something? Bedtime on. What? I need to turn that off. Okay, Behemoth Blade. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm honestly pretty excited for this, because I like the idea of a restricted format. This is like my first like real one where there's actually like 2 restricteds. Well, actually, I played a little bit of Gen 8 with the final one where I used a Groudon, and I think only Groudon in a double restricted format because I'm different. But it's gonna be cool because you don't have to like centralize against one guy, and like since there's so many options, you can just go with Pokemon that you wouldn't see, because that wouldn't really justify the restricted slot a lot of the time. But I think a restricted who might get worse is Terapagos. Because I feel like Terapagos you might have to play with like a lot of Pokemon want to have like their things set up, like Miraidon and stuff like that. But I don't think it's going to get that worse. It's just going to be more linear with the team choices. Then, yeah, we're seeing Zacian's Kyogres right now. This is cool. So, someone can, like, abuse Urshifu in this matchup. Yeah, I think some strong combos. The one I'm using right now, I think is going to be pretty strong. Not to, like, toot my own horn, but it does look pretty strong. Because these two are just two very strong Pokemon that are strong. Something like that one, like, there was a fire in the Bronx. That burned down a house because there was a fire. Okay, Mystic Water. Did I just do less? No, he's probably a lot more bulkier than me. Why is that ability shield? I ponder. Anyway, yeah, I think some strong combos are going to be the Bolt Beam duo of Miraidon and Glastrier, because I think the Farigiraf with that fits really well with both, and Farigiraf's going to be really bulky and can play into that tripling matchup. While if you don't wanna, you can just like have maybe like Ogre Pawn and like the Whimsicott for like inside and out, and then like Brian hands and stuff. So that's gonna be cool. A lot of just cool guys, I guess, and yeah. So I think Groudon, Sylveon, I think I lost. I think Groudon is gonna be I think Groudon and Koraidon could be cool with the double Sun duo, always setting up Sun and just leading so heavily into Sun, because only Pokemon that really turns off Sun is like Terapagos and Kyogre, and with Terapagos, doesn't like Koraidon matchups in general, because Koraidon can just literally eat it with close combat, or why am I blanking on a move? Close combat or collision course. And Kyogre, well, I think Raging Bolt can kind of deal with that. And then if it tears, like, Koraidon can just, like, Oko it. I think the Life Orb Koraidon set's really going to take off, too. I'm also kind of excited to see Lunala, because I think that Lunala is going to do a lot better. It's another Wild Guard, and it can prevent Calyrex Shadow, too, which is also very nice. And some cool combos, I think, would be Neutralizing Gas with the Black Kyurem and Kelly Shadow. I still think Black Kyurem has potential. I know I've been, like, saying this for way too long, and I've been, like, as the kids would say, dragging it. But I still think, like, Kyurem Black has the potential to do good. And I guess that extends with Kyurem White, but Kyurem Black doesn't need mobility, and maybe another thing for Neutralizing Gas, too. But I feel like that's overall going to fall off, because there's 2 legendaries now, and most legendaries want to use their ability unless you're Kelly Shadow or Kyurem Black. Okay, Amoonguss would be nice, and so would Incineroar. So I think that's what I'm going to do. This is taunt, I'm guessing. No, it's not. It's ability shield. We take those. So I can get Fake Out. That's Terra Dark, okay. I'll just go Terra Ghost. Go for close combat or searching strike. I'm going to go for searching strikes, because that just makes a lot more sense. I'd not eat that like a champ. I ate it like I belonged in Weenie Hut Juniors. I am running Sludge Bomb, so that's not good for just wanting to heal up Ensign. Ensign eats that like a dog. He's a cat, though. Ba-dam-pow. Sorry, that was really bad. Okay, and then... Wait, I'm not even commentating anymore. I've just been too busy in the game and yapping. So, what other Pokemon will probably show up? I think some cool pairings could show up a lot more with... Well, I think Miraidon is still obviously going to be really good, and having a neutral Pokemon like Cali Shadow that doesn't set up ability, like Cali Shadow can be really good with it. Zamazenta. I think Zamazenta also could be. I know there's a double ground overlappiness, but I still think that it won't affect that matchup too much because the wide guard support and the only, like, how much menacing ground types are there? There's, like, Landorus and then, like, sometimes Ursaluna Blood Moon, so I feel like it's not that scary if you, like, run into one. So, and also, like, wide guard can block Sanseer Storm. You just need, like, an Iron Bundle or something. But other than that, I think that duo could honestly be really strong. And yeah, I think Zacian's gonna have a really good performance. Like, I think my prediction for, like, the most used Pokemon, I'm guessing is gonna be Cali Shadow, then Miraidon, Zamazenta, I think Cali Ice, and then I think Zacian's gonna be up there. Zacian's probably not gonna be too far behind Zamazenta because they're both really good. Well, they're both really good, and they're both good because they're good. And I'm gonna be no, Behemoth Blade. Did I lose this? I probably did. There's a lot of things you can do with this format, like a lot of more teams. And yeah, like, for example, I just built, like, a team in, like, 2 seconds. I wanted to cover this yesterday, but I was so busy, and also it was April Fools. Like, this team, like, Groudon and Lunala were not, like, both amazing Pokemon last format, but I think they'll actually become, like, hey, look, it's a Groudon. Like, you won't see that because everyone's just gonna be a Groudon. Okay, that's like seeing a guy walking down the street with a mail paper. So, there's just a lot of good pairings right now, and those are just my first thoughts of the regulation, and the final product is Zacian is gonna do good, guys. And yeah, have a good Tuesday or whatever day this is.